Welcome to Informed Tourist, where we go beyond the travel brochures and glossy Instagram feeds to uncover the real stories behind the world's most visited places. I'm Curtis, your traveling guru, and today we're diving into a topic that's rarely discussed openly, but felt by millions. The growing tension between tourists and locals in the world's most beloved destinations. Maybe you've seen the headlines or heard the rumors. Locals hate tourists in these 10 popular destinations. But is it really that simple? Is it just about locals being unfriendly, or is there something deeper going on beneath the surface? What if the real issue isn't the locals at all? What if, without realizing it, we as travelers are part of the problem? Every year millions of us flock to the same picturesque streets, eager to experience authentic culture, but sometimes our presence changes those very places in ways we never intended. In many beloved places, tourism is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it brings much-needed money and jobs, helping local economies thrive. On the other, it can disrupt daily life, drive up prices, and even erode the unique culture that drew us there in the first place. Imagine your favorite neighborhood suddenly overrun by strangers, your local bakery replaced by a souvenir shop, and your traditions turned into photo ops. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 10 iconic places where the welcome mat is wearing thin, and where the relationship between visitors and residents is more complicated than ever. You'll see the frustration in the faces of locals, the graffiti on the walls, and the subtle signs that say, "Enough is enough." This isn't just another list of destinations, it's a candid look at the real tensions, misunderstandings, and sometimes careless mistakes that can turn a dream trip into a local nightmare. From ignoring simple rules to treating historic sites like theme parks, we'll explore how even well-meaning travelers can cross the line. But it's not all doom and gloom. More importantly, we'll show you how to be part of the solution. There are ways to travel that foster respect, connection, and even friendship with the people who call these places home. It starts with small changes, like learning a few local phrases, supporting family-run businesses, and being mindful of your impact. By the end of this episode, you'll discover one powerful rule that can transform the way locals treat you, no matter where you go. It's a simple mindset shift that can open doors, spark genuine conversations, and make your travels more meaningful for everyone involved. So stick around for that, it's worth it. Whether you're a seasoned globetrotter or planning your very first adventure, this insight could change the way you see the world, and the way the world sees you. Let's dive into the places where your vacation might be causing a crisis, and discover how you can help turn the tide, one respectful traveler at a time. Barcelona, famous for Gaudi's whimsical architecture, sun-drenched boulevards, and a vibrant Mediterranean spirit that draws millions of visitors every year. But beneath the postcard-perfect surface, a different story is unfolding, one of resistance, resilience, and a city determined to protect its soul. In recent years, Barcelona has become just as well known for its anti-tourism protests as for its iconic landmarks. Locals, frustrated and overwhelmed, have taken to the streets, holding up signs and chanting slogans, demanding change and a return to balance. The reason? Skyrocketing rents and a surge in illegal Airbnbs have made it nearly impossible for many residents to afford living in their own neighborhoods. Long-term tenants are being pushed out, replaced by short-term visitors, and the sense of community is fading. Once quiet streets and markets are now packed with tourists, cameras in hand, turning daily life into a spectacle. For many Barcelonans, their beloved neighborhoods have become little more than tourist playgrounds, losing the authenticity that made them special. Family-run shops and historic businesses are closing their doors, unable to compete with the flood of souvenir stores and chain retailers that cater to visitors rather than locals. The city's unique character is at risk of being lost forever. The Gothic Quarter, once a maze of quiet alleys and hidden gems, is now overrun with crowds, its ancient stones echoing with the sounds of rolling suitcases and guided tours. It's starting to feel more like a theme park than a living neighborhood. But there's hope. If you want to experience the real Barcelona and help preserve its spirit, choose to stay in licensed hotels or guest houses, and avoid illegal rentals that displace locals. Venture beyond the tourist hotspots, explore neighborhoods like Gracia, where you can support family businesses and discover authentic Catalan culture. Make an effort to keep noise down, especially at night, and learn a few words of Catalan or Spanish to connect with residents. Small gestures go a long way in showing respect and appreciation for the people who call this city home. Remember, when you visit Barcelona, you're not just a consumer, you're a guest in someone's home. Treat the city and its people with kindness and consideration. Respect, empathy, and mindful travel can help Barcelona remain a city that welcomes the world, without losing what makes it truly unique. Venice is sinking, under tourists as much as water. With 20 million visitors and only 50,000 locals, the city is losing its soul. Locals are priced out, bakeries become souvenir shops, and cruise ships overwhelm the city. Don't be a day tripper. Stay overnight, get lost in quiet neighborhoods, and support real Venetian businesses. Tread lightly. Don't sit on monuments, avoid cheap souvenirs, and respect the city's fragility. Your visit can help preserve Venice, or push it closer to collapse. The choice is yours. Be the lifeline, not the wave. Paris, city of love and misunderstood manners. What tourists call rudeness is often just French etiquette. Always start with bonjour madame monsieur, it's non-negotiable. Keep your voice down, don't block sidewalks, and respect cafe culture. Treat waiters with formality. Being a waiter is a respected career here. Try a little French, even if it's just merci. Show courtesy, and you'll discover Parisian warmth. Play by their rules, and you'll fit right in. Amsterdam, once celebrated for its open-minded spirit and vibrant culture, is now facing a new challenge: party tourism. The city's famous tolerance is being pushed to its limits as waves of visitors arrive, drawn by the promise of wild nights and endless freedom. But this influx is testing the patience of locals and the city's ability to maintain its unique character. The red light district, once a symbol of Amsterdam's progressive values, is now overwhelmed by rowdy crowds. Noise echoes through the narrow streets at all hours, and disrespectful behavior has become the norm. Tourists shout, take photos where it's not allowed, and treat the area as a playground, ignoring the people who live and work there. For many residents, daily life has become a struggle. Locals are losing their neighborhoods to short-term rentals, with apartments turning into party pads for weekend visitors. Public drunkenness, litter, and late-night noise have made it difficult for families and longtime residents to feel at home in their own city. In response, Amsterdam is fighting back. The city has launched campaigns urging rowdy tourists to stay away, banned unruly Airbnbs, and introduced strict new rules in the red light district. Signs remind visitors of the code of conduct, and authorities are stepping up enforcement to protect the city's soul. If you want to be welcome here, remember, Amsterdam is not a theme park. It's a living city, home to real people with real lives. Treating it as a backdrop for wild parties only fuels resentment and damages the very culture that makes Amsterdam special. Instead, respect the workers who keep the city running, keep your voice down at night, and take time to explore neighborhoods beyond the crowded center. Discover the quieter side of Amsterdam, where locals live, work, and relax. Learn the biking rules, visit world-class museums like the Rijksmuseum and Van Gogh Museum, and support local businesses at markets and cafes. By engaging with Amsterdam's rich history and culture, you'll have a more meaningful experience, and help preserve what makes this city extraordinary. Treat Amsterdam with respect, and it will welcome you with open arms. Together, we can ensure that the city remains a vibrant, welcoming place for everyone, locals and visitors alike. Bali's spiritual heart is under siege from influencers and entitled tourists. Sacred sites are treated as photo ops, and local customs are ignored for likes. Disrespect, like posing in bikinis at temples or reckless scooter driving, offends the Balinese deeply. The island faces environmental strain and cultural erosion. Dress modestly at temples, support local warangs, and think before you post. Don't disrupt ceremonies or treat Bali as a backdrop. The magic is in its spirit, not your Instagram feed. Help preserve what makes Bali special. Rome's ancient wonders are crumbling under careless tourism. Tourists carve initials into the Colosseum, bathe in fountains, and picnic on ruins. Every touch, every bit of litter, accelerates the decay of priceless history. Romans want respect for their city, not just its monuments. Look, don't touch. Dress appropriately for churches, and never eat on ancient sites. Use trash bins and leave no trace. See Rome as a fragile inheritance, not a playground. Be a guardian, not a taker. Dubrovnik became King's Landing, and now it's overwhelmed. Cruise ships flood the old town, making daily life impossible for locals. The city's soul is being replaced by souvenir shops and overpriced restaurants. Visit responsibly, avoid peak cruise days, stay longer and spend money outside the old town. Explore neighborhoods like Lapad or take a ferry to nearby islands. Spread your presence and support the wider community. Help Dubrovnik stay more than just a film set. Tokyo's politeness hides silent frustration with tourists. Loud voices, eating while walking, and leaving trash behind break unspoken rules. Stand on the left of escalators, line up for trains, and never stick chopsticks upright in rice. Watch, imitate, and be quiet in public spaces. Hold on to your trash until you find a bin. Learn a few Japanese phrases and bow when you say thank you. Respect the social contract. Don't mistake silence for approval. Earn respect through mindful actions. New Yorkers aren't rude, they're in a hurry. The biggest tourist crime? Blocking sidewalks or subway doors. If you need to stop, pull over to the side, walk single file, have your payment ready, and be concise when asking for help. New Yorkers value efficiency, not small talk. Match their pace, and you'll find them surprisingly helpful. Respect the city's rhythm, and you'll fit right in. It's not personal, it's practical. Santorini's beauty is being crushed by its own popularity. Oya's narrow streets are jammed with tourists chasing the perfect sunset photo, often at locals' expense. The island faces water shortages, waste problems, and rising costs for residents. Locals see their home's soul replaced by a commercialized fantasy. Visit in the shoulder season, explore quieter villages, and support family-run tavernas. Look beyond the Instagram spots for authentic experiences. Help spread the benefits in the crowds across the island. Don't let Santorini become just a backdrop. Around the world, the tension between tourists and locals is real. The solution? Shift your mindset. Act like a guest, not a customer. A guest is humble, observant, and participates respectfully. See each place as a home you're invited into, not a product you've bought. This single change will transform your travels and how locals treat you. Travel is a privilege. Don't let your adventure come at someone else's expense. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist. Like, subscribe, and tell us, where should we go next?